Next, I'm going to zoom in over here to the 3D window and let's show the top. I'm going to hide the show arrangement point for now, guys. And let's click right here and bring this pattern forward just a little. It is a little bit distracting. To show this pattern, I will use two tools, segment showing tool and free showing tool. First, I will use the segment showing tool to show dot, just like that. So be sure these showing notches are parallel with one another, okay? Let's say if you make a mistake and then the showing kind of twisted like this, you can use Command or Control plus letter B to reverse it. And I'm going to continue showing these dots here. Simply click and then click to the next one to show too. I also want to show this shoulder as well. Okay, and also right here. So segment tools is useful when we have one segment and show to the next segment. And if we want to use free showing tool, next we will use it because we have multiple segments at once. In this case, I'm going to just use the segment showing tool because we only have one segment to one segment. I hope that makes sense. Now I'm going to strengthen this by using the transform pattern tool. My key selects the top pattern, right click and select strengthen. Now I'm going to simulate. Okay, so I kind of messed up some part here. So my dot here a little messed up. So what happened? I'm going to switch the tool here to select /smooth tool and then click on this part. So this is the area that I messed up. I'm going to use this edit showing tool and click on this. So I got this showing twisted. I'm going to untwist it, simply right click on there and then also select reverse showing. And now let's simulate once again, see if it's fixed. Yes, it is. And let's bring that over here. Oh, just a quick tip about hand tool, guys. Hand tool will activate while the simulation is still active, okay? So if I stop the simulation, now it turns into whatever tool I'm using, let's say edit showing tool or the select /smooth tool. So select /smooth tool is like a tool that we use in Adobe Illustrator. If you guys are familiar with Adobe Illustrator, it's like the same tool. You can select and then move object or side object. Here you can move object like that, or you can side objects. Right now, let's simulate one more time here. And then press on number 2 here, you can see the front view, okay? So another quick tip, number 2 for front view and then number 8 for back view. So I'm going to adjust this a little bit better. Right now it looks much better. I'm going to stop the simulation. All right, so next we are going to show the bottom to the top. All right, to do that, first I'm going to unfreeze these patterns. My key selects all of them, right click and then select unfreeze. Okay, in this case, I'm going to zoom this out a little. All right, so now we're going to use this free showing tool, guys. All right, so in this case, I'm going to start from this one big piece first. Simply select the free showing tool, click one right here, then right here, press on shift, and I'm going to click right here, click, and right here, and release the shift key. All right, next we want to show the front. So the front here, we have one segment here, and we have two segments here. We want to start from here, over here, press on shift, here, 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 and here. Okay, now release the shift key. We'll do the same here. Start from this one segment first. Click, press on shift, start right here, and right here. Next, we are going to show the back pattern. Once again, I'm going to start from here to here, press on shift, and zoom in by scrolling the mouse wheel forward. And then right here, and right here. All right, so now we've shown this bottom to top. Next, we're going to bring it to the top. I'm going to expand this window a little and use the select /smooth tool. And I'm going to simply manually bring it over just like that. Okay, and back pattern, I'm going to press on number 8 here and then bring the pattern over. All right, so in the back pattern, we have a little bit problem here. So instead of bring in, it's like take us more time. I'm going to pressing on shift plus the letter F here to show the arrangement point. And then I'm going to simply click. Okay, so right here, bottom right, going to bottom right. If I click right here and right here, the same pattern. And I'm going to hover the mouse over here, click to place, and bring it down here. And I'm going to come over here to the property editor and change the shape style here to flat. Just like that. And now I'm going to bring over here just a little. And we do not want this to hover over the hand. So next we're going to do the left side. Click one on the pattern, hover the mouse over here, then come over here to the property editor and then change shape style here to flat. And then come over here and be sure to have this pattern not hooked onto the hand. And click one on the page to deselect. Now I'm going to simulate the pattern. Click on the simulation icon or backspace on the keyboard. So now I'm going to stop the simulation and let's strengthen the pattern here. Right click and then select strengthen, and I'm going to simulate one more time, and there it is. Stop the simulation. Next we are going to sew this pattern together. All right, so it's up to you to sew either in 3D or in 2D. I'm going to sew it in this 2D. To me it seemed like easier and simpler. However, we have to find out which side we have to sew to. For this case, I already named my pattern properly. I kind of have an idea where to sew to. However, though, I have to sew it opposite. So let's see right here, I have this pattern right here. If I click one on the pattern, you will see the blue spot point here. So if I click one right here on the front pattern, now I see the blue spot over here. So this pattern we can sew together. However, though, let me show you the trick here. So it looks like opposite here. If I use this segment sewing tool, click one right here. This is the sewing notch over here. We want to have the sewing notch over here. So it looks like it twisted, but actually it isn't. We'll do the same right here. So right here, and then sew it to over here. And if we simulate, it looks just fine. I'm going to stop the simulation. And the back side, I will use free sewing tools, and we have more notches over here. All right, right now we'll use the free sewing tool to sew the front together and also the back together. Now let's simulate once again and then see how the garments fit. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and remember to follow me on Encoder Fashion for more awesome videos like this. Bye! See you next video!